From class 1 till now, I haven't used any computer in our class.
I don't know how we type the keyboard and use the mouse.
Yes, I've seen computer before. I saw a computer in a cafe.
When the teacher is teaching ICT, you don't have the lab to go and do research or see the kind of things she's talking about. Unless maybe she would draw them on the board, and some of us too, when you draw it on the board, we are not able to get a picture of what she's trying to show us. So unless you go to the cafe.
Gbegbeyise and Mpoase is a very populated area. Teaching ICT, as we know, is a more practical subject. So in teaching, there are basic things that we need, and it's obvious and more blaring that we need computers for the children in order to teach them. The topic we are doing now is editing word processing. How am I going to teach my kids or my pupils that editing has to do with correcting your grammatical errors, your spelling mistakes and those things? So if I have a computer in front of me, then after explaining everything to them, then you point to your children, okay, this is the sentence, this is the document, edit this particular document for me, check the spelling, check the grammatical error, check the sequence of it, the font style, the font size, do all this. But if I don't have it, I'll just say it, and they'll be looking at you. I mean, I'll be looking at them.
There is no computer for us to use it, like the editing or processing documents, because we don't know how to use the computer. So at times, she just draw it on the board and show us. Some people will understand, others too will not understand.
Well, when we are learning ICT, like now like this, we are creating an email account, and only our teacher has the computer. So you will call us, one person will come and sit at the back of the computer, and then 10 people will come and look. So after typing, then we go and sit down, and another 10 people come and look. Then we don't feel it.
What we usually do, it's more rote learning, but which I know that in this 21st century, it should be more practical, oriented, activity-based teaching.
I was given an assignment in school, and because we are not having a computer lab, I had to take it to the cafe, and I wasn't able to do it. It was somebody who did it for me, and I brought it to the school. Because
we lack these common rudiments or equipment or computers, we are producing children who know the word, but in terms of practicalization, we have zero knowledge about it. And if you produce such a child in this 21st century, it's a disadvantage to the child.
If we get a computer lab, it will improve our way of using the computer, and it will help us to know more about the computer and how to type the keyboard or use the mouse, or how to on or off the computer.
If we have computers and we go to computer lab to do practical aspects, there are some topics that you are treating. It's more practical to them, and it makes it more lovely, more understanding, and you, the teacher, you feel at home.
Going to the cafe, sometimes we've been given passages to go and type and then print them out. As for some of us, we are now learning how to type faster, so we are not able to type very fast. So it takes a lot of time before we can finish typing what we are supposed to type.
I went to research things in the cafe. For 1 hour is 1 CD.
And we lack development. So we are even fortunate of getting this particular structure. Looking at the whole community, there is no library. If we get it, at least it will help more than 6 communities around, so that it can help our children to learn, to read, and do more research work. Teenage pregnancy is at its peak in this community because they don't have anything doing. And if you don't have anything doing, it means that the devil will find work for someone, for an idle hand or an idle person. But we want the community to do well. And education is something that you cannot just ignore. So if we have a library and a computer lab, at least even after school, we can engage them during our tour and weekends. It can help inculcate the attitude of learning and doing research work as early as now in them, and it will help them.
When it's break like this, not all of us want to go to break. People can also come to the library and then read, and it can even improve our vocabulary.
Even when there is no teacher in our class, maybe the teachers have gone for some meeting, we can all go to the library to learn. It will help us.
The ICT lab and the library is going to be very beneficial to us as a student because